Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State behind Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention, group says. A group known as American Military Veterans of Igbo descent has accused Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State of sabotaging efforts to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from incarceration. Avid also challenged Uzodimma to prove his innocence in the worrisome insecurity that engulfed Imo State since the establishment of Ebube Agu security outfits, and alleged engagement of Asari Dokubu's men in the outfit. The group in an open letter tagged Your Excellencies unimaginable hostility for Igbos and the need for change of mind. Dated Sunday, April 14, cautioned Uzodimma to retrace his steps. This letter was signed by Avid President Chief Sylvester Onya and Secretary Dr. Godson Obiagu, respectively. But in a swift response, the governor denied any involvement in Kanu's ordeals, dismissing all the allegations as false and baseless. Governor Uzodimma, who spoke through his chief press secretary, Mr. Obike Nwachukwu, said, "I think these your veterans, or whatever they call themselves or you call them, have long lost touch with the reality back home. I think their view on both issues raised here is rubbish and lacks merit. The allegations are totally false, baseless, thoughtless, and senseless." Avid, which blamed the festering insecurity in the southeast on Kanu's continued detention, wondered what the governor stands to gain from the IPOB leader's continued incarceration. The letter made available to Vanguard read in part, "We are American military veterans of Igbo descent, Avid, who are currently serving or have served honorably in the United States Armed Forces. We have observed with alarming shock the level of disdain and inglorious actions you exhibit against people of Igbo descent. Since you became the governor in 2019, hence our collective decision to write you this open letter. Another worrisome show of contempt for Igbos is your deceitful and covert conspiracies against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Since his infamous extraordinary rendition from Kenya into Nigeria in the year 2021 and the persecution that ensued, it has become obvious that you do not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released from the unlawful incarceration the federal government of Nigeria subjected him to. While we are aware that several meritorious applications had before now been made to the trial Federal High Court judge for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on bail, we have come to the ugly realization that Your Excellency is behind the continual refusal of such bail applications. Your sinister and clandestine motives aimed at seeing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not enjoy his constitutional right to bail is another show of hatred for the Igbos. You are aware that insofar as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains unlawfully detained in the Nigerian Security Services facility, there will be no peace in Igbo land, and the spate of youth restiveness and violence would know no bounds. Do you care the negative impact of the Monday sit-at-home orders on eastern Nigeria, commerce, and the lives that Igbos lose for any mistaken disobedience to such orders? Nigerians know how the infamous Operation Python dance was planned and executed, and we do not know what profits you enjoy from this sinister arrangement against Igbo peace and cohesion. Avid urged the governor to change his disposition against Igbo cause and help seek the return of peace to the southeast. While we regret the entirety of your acts and deeds against Igbo nation and your secret vows to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu rots in detention, we honestly believe that you can turn over a new leaf. It is never too late to return peace to Imo State in particular, and it pains nobody that our youth are killed daily. But then, what records would you leave behind after your governance? Or do you think that nobody would remember what you did as governor? We therefore request that Your Excellency returns the Igbo spirit of Onye Agana Nwaneya, be your brother's keeper, and work towards peace in Igbo land. And howsoever Your Excellency does it not matter to howsoever Your Excellency does, it is not material to us provided there is a return to peace and tranquility. We are very optimistic that Your Excellency would have a change of heart and work towards peace in Igbo land. A stitch in time saves 9, they say. Having decried the spate of bloodbaths in Imo State and challenged the governor to clear his name on the alleged engagement of Asari Dokubo's men in Ebube Agu security outfit. Your Excellency, the wave of wanton killings and loss of lives in Imo State is really astronomical. You are the Chief Security Officer of Imo State. Since you deceptively brought in Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo's men into Imo State in the guise of Ebube Agu, Imo State has not known peace. And we do not know your reasons other than your open disdain for the Igbos and the people of Imo State in particular. Ordinarily, Ebube Agu is supposed to be a security outfit with specific objectives of securing lives and properties in Igbo land against external forces. But Your Excellency decided to use Asari's men. Do you really bother how many lives people have lost under your Imo people have lost under your governance? Do not think that no one knows what antics you deployed for your political gains. It really does not matter who currently occupies Douglas House as governor. Governance is a continuum. We have had several governors in Imo State since the country's return to democracy in the year 1999, and no governor has such records like you. If we may ask, must everyone in Imo State belong to one political party or support you either as candidate or governor? It really does not matter how you see it. But what is important is that the world knows what is going on in Imo State. Kanu has remained in detention at the Abuja headquarters of the Department of State Services since June 2021, following his extraordinary rendition from Kenya. The IPOB leader's family had early last month accused Igbo political elites of abandoning Kanu in detention and threatened to expose those behind his continued detention. And this is the news in full. Don't forget to like this channel, comment under this channel, and click on the subscribe button for more content. Thank you.